Hello, welcome to my video. This is a Matsuhana storyline that does not take place in the canon Heikaiu universe. The storyline centers about conversations with a stranger behind a wrong number, which is reckless behavior. Holding conversations with strangers online in this way is highly discouraged, as it is potentially dangerous. Moreover, there are details concerning a sexual encounter, and though there is nothing extremely explicit, viewer discretion is advised. Also, a friendly warning, this video does contain cursing. As always, I do hope you enjoy. Now on to the video.
In which Hanamaki develops an odd relationship with a stranger after messaging the wrong number. Cheers. Hanamaki raised his glass up into the air, his milkshake sloshing around a bit in all its half-melted, chocolatey glory. Cheers. Oikawa followed suit with zeal, haphazardly clinking his glass against Hanamaki's. Jesus Christ, are you trying to shatter the glass or something? Hoops. Iwa-chan, toast with us. Iwaizumi raised an eyebrow at Oikawa while sipping his milkshake. He released the straw from his lips with a pop and blinked slowly at his boyfriend. You're drunk. I'm not. Hanamaki snorted. Dude, how much of the vodka did you put? Oikawa gave a confused hiccup in response. He then pulled a small flask from his deep jacket pocket, opening it and turning it upside down to reveal that nothing was inside. Oh. Oikawa. Hanamaki busted out laughing at the look of incredulity on Oikawa and Iwaizumi's faces. Oh man, you're going to be feeling that tomorrow. I don't know why you felt the need to bring vodka to a family-friendly diner on a Wednesday evening. Because. Oikawa took an aggressive sip of his milkshake. I wanted to go to a bar, but since neither of you wanted to, I brought the bar to me. Smart, right? Hanamaki snickered as Iwaizumi pinched the bridge of his nose. You're incredible. Thank you. I didn't mean it. Iwaizumi sighed in resignation at the dopey smile on Oikawa's face. Yeah, okay, you're incredible. Oikawa leaned in close to Iwaizumi. You're more incredible. Oh my gosh, I'm still here, please don't make out. Oikawa and Iwaizumi snapped their heads towards the opposite side of the booth. Hanamaki sat there, alone, his arms crossed and a look of disgust clear on his face. Iwaizumi flushed a little and muttered an apology, whereas Oikawa rolled his eyes and stuck out his tongue. You're just jealous. Hey. I'm not, you guys are just gross. Don't act like you haven't called me at night to whine about how you've never dated anyone and... Hanamaki, blushing furiously, reached across the table to slap a hand onto Oikawa's mouth. Haha, okay. That's enough of you. Hanamaki watched as Oikawa narrowed his eyes at him before feeling a wet stripe go up his hand. Hanamaki's eyes went wide, and he pulled back his hand as he fake gagged. You, fuck you. Oikawa wiped his mouth with the back of his hand. Fuck you too, your hand tastes weird. You little. Why can't we go out anywhere without you two causing a scene? Hanamaki and Oikawa turned to a fuming Iwaizumi. Sorry. Oikawa wrapped his arms around Iwaizumi's neck and gave him an apologetic peck on the lips. Sorry Iwa-chan, this is supposed to be about you. Let's be on our best behavior now, okay Maki? Iwaizumi's expression softened as he rested his head against Oikawa's shoulder. You two are a riot. That's fair. Anyway, we're supposed to be here celebrating your first full-time job and all, so. Tell us all about it. Oikawa moved his arms from Iwaizumi's neck to his back. He rubbed in small circles and waited quietly for Iwaizumi to speak, as though Iwaizumi hadn't told him every single detail about his job 1,000 times over already. Well, it's at a physical therapy clinic. I'm just an aide for now, but I'm still grateful for the opportunity anyhow. Oh, Iwa-chan, tell him about the phone. The phone? Oh, they gave us a work phone. No shit. Lem see. Iwaizumi grunted as he sat up properly, Oikawa's arms still around him as he pulled a phone from his back pocket and held it up for Hanamaki to see. What the hell? What kind of cheap-ass phone are they giving you guys? That's what I said. Iwaizumi shrugged and shoved the phone back into his pocket. Like I said, it's for work. Can I get your work number? No. PFFT. What? Why? I'm only giving the number out to close family and friends. Are we not close friends? Close friends that know better than to spam my work phone with stupid memes and song lyrics for an hour straight. I won't do that, promise. You did it this morning. He did to me too. You have way too much free time, Maki. Shut up. And I wouldn't spam your work phone. I can, like, separate work from play. Aha. Simon. Please see. Don't whine. Iwaizumi. Give it to me. Iwa-chan, if he keeps talking like that, I'm going to puke. Fine. I'll give you the number. Yay. Give me your phone, I'll type it in for you. Hanamaki tapped a few buttons on his phone before handing it to Iwaizumi, downing the rest of his milkshake while Iwaizumi typed his number. As Hanamaki set down his glass, he heard an undignified burp and raised his head to see Oikawa collapsing onto Iwaizumi. Oikawa's eyelids were fluttering, his face pale with a slight green tinge. Baby, you good? I'm going to throw up. Oh boy. Not at the table please, we shouldn't give the employees here more work. Oikawa hiccupped. Try. Jeez, Oikawa. Iwaizumi rushedly punched in the last digits of his work number and shoved the phone into Hanamaki's hands. I'm going to get this idiot to the bathroom before he vomits all over the table. Don't wait up for us. Alright, I'll leave the money for the drinks on the table for you. Don't wreck the toilet too much Oikawa. Oikawa groaned and clutched his stomach. No promises. Okay, let's get you to the bathroom now. Iwaizumi hoisted Oikawa up and wrapped a supporting arm about his waist before turning to Hanamaki with a small smile. Nice seeing you Hanamaki. We should try to hang out more often again. Hanamaki returned the smile. Yeah, we should. Yo, why don't we? Ikoa gagged loudly, clamping a hand over his mouth. Let's plan later. Night. Iwaizumi half-guided, half-carried Ikoa to the diner's bathroom. Hanamaki watched, chuckling softly to himself. The level of comfort, love, and intimacy those two had, Hanamaki couldn't even imagine what that would feel like. Ikoa was telling the truth. Hanamaki had never been in a relationship before. Hell, he'd never even been on a date. He didn't have the slightest clue how to be a boyfriend. He didn't even know if he had what it took to be someone's boyfriend. His thoughts disappeared as Iwaizumi and Ikoa turned around a corner of the parlor. With a sigh, Hanamaki pulled out his wallet and dropped some bills on the table before gathering his things to leave. Messages with Iwaizumi Hajime. Work. Wednesday. 10:22 p.m. Hey daddy. Okay, did not expect to be called daddy tonight. But call this McDonald's because I'm loving it. What the fuck? Would never expect you to say something like that, Iwaizumi. How would Ikoa react to this? This is the wrong number. I'm not Iwaizumi LMFAO. What? ... LMFAO, no way did I just call a rando daddy. This is slightly embarrassing. Hope I made your night though. PFFT. I was just kidding. Question mark. You've got the right number, Hanamaki. Series of question marks. Now hold up. I know this isn't Iwaizumi. He doesn't kid around for shits and giggles. Well, at least not with me, since it's usually me doing it. With that being said, suggested, Hanamaki has sent an attachment. I can joke around sometimes. Hanamaki wondering who this person thinks he is. Iwaizumi is as stiff as an erect dick and he knows it. Sure, he makes jokes, but he would never say that he can joke around sometimes. Want to keep trying? I'll Sherlock Holmes your ass out of the known universe. Damn. 88. I can see that I never stood a chance to begin with. It would have been funny as hell to text you crazy shit while having you think I'm your friend though. Your plan pisses me off, but I do the same thing. Lmao. Wait. How did you know my name? Are you a hacker? Or is this actually Iwaizumi pretending he's not Iwaizumi to mess with me for something I pissed him off about? Your suggested name pops up because it's connected to your Apple ID. ... Forgot about that. Figured. I don't know if that cutie in your profile picture is actually you, but if so, I'm interested. What? OLMFAO, wait, you can see my Bart Simpson picture. Ah damn, so it ain't you. Nah, I look just like that in real life. Oh for real. Meet up with me to prove it. Suggested. Hanamaki has sent an attachment. Stranger danger. Ain't no way am I getting kidnapped by you. Slowly steps in front of white van to hide. I'd never kidnap you. Hanamaki running for his life. No, wait. Standing stranger. Hanamaki crying in amusement. Okay, this has been fun and all, but am I just? Suggested. Hanamaki has sent an attachment. 88. I'll just. Does the Harlem shake out of messages? Keyboard smash. Good night, stranger. Good night, Hanamaki. Messages with stranger danger. Friday. 2:01 a.m. Yo. 2:15 a.m. Why? Top of the morning to you, stranger. Why are you texting me at ungodly hours? Actually, why are you texting me at all? Well, I'm actually an insomniac. I swear to God I've been trying to sleep since 10 and my pills aren't working. Iniho, I wanted some entertainment and thought I'd try my luck at texting you again. And you just thought I'd be awake at 2 in the morning? Yeah. I don't know, you just seem like the type. So, what you up to? Lying in bed. Doing what? Watching Happy Hour. Oh, I watched that movie with my mom when it came out in theaters. You like it? Yeah, it's actually a lot better than I thought it would be. Look at us having similar taste. If this was Tinder I'd be swiping right for real for real. Don't you swipe right before messaging your match? I don't know, I'm not on Tinder, Lmao. Clearly. Wanna play Would You Rather? For fuck's sake, I just said I'm watching a movie. Pick up on the social cues and shoo. Ouch. Okay, now that I'm rereading that I see how mean that was. You should play Would You Rather with me as an apology. You know what? Fine. I'm feeling highly charitable tonight. Lucky me. Okay. Would you rather watch your parents fuck every day of your life or join in once for it to stop? What the chicken wing ding feathery fuck? You, that's so gross. But if I had to choose, the second. What the heck? Nah, I'm going with the first. I'd go psychotic as fuck if I had to watch my parents do the horizontal tango on the daily. Might commit mass genocide or something, I don't know, but that's too traumatic. And fucking with your parents isn't? I'd KMS if I had to have a threesome with my old man and my mom, bruh, like. That's a self-violation on another level. Okay, true. But with today's technology, you could probably get the memory of your lil threesome erased. What technology? The technology that the government is hiding from us. Duh. Wouldn't take chances. Okay, parent verist. I know you ain't talking when you take motherfucker to the next level. I should block you. LMFAO, go ahead. I won't, you're kinda entertaining. That's what I thought. Bitch. Okay. Would you rather shit bricks or wall nails every time you had to take a dump? Man, I'm about to be fighting for my life on the toilet either way. Nah, for real. Call up the Public Security Intelligence Agency for reinforcements every time I need to poop. These questions you're giving me, they just keep popping into my head. Like I'm gonna be popping bricks out of my ass apparently. I'm gonna have to disagree with you again. Turns out we have less in common than I thought. What? Nails would like stab your insides and your butthole on the way out. How do you shit a brick though? Like, you can't. You'd just be constipated. And if you could, the brick would just rip your ass open. I'd find a way to like pulverize the bricks while they're in my ass so they come out easily. And not stabby. You and your faith in technology. Majored in biome engineering undergrad for a reason. Seriously? That's really cool. I majored in communications. Not too exciting. I think that's cool. Everyone I know is in the STEM field. It's refreshing to see that not everyone wants to be a tech geek or a doctor, to be honest. Not to be dramatic or anything, but hearing that is really empowering. My dad literally talked shit about me to my brother this morning about how he doesn't know why he spent money on me going to college just for me to major in comms. Damn, that sucks. Yeah. But he paid for it anyhow and I still got my degree. So whatever. Just gotta suck it up like a big boy. You got this. Thank you, Hanamaki. You're welcome. Side note, but I'm feeling pretty sleepy. Might just. Sleeping, Hanamaki. While we're texting. Oh damn. Okay. One more. Would you rather cheat on someone and get caught or be cheated on and never told? The first one, the fuck. Agreed. If I cheat, my ass deserves to be caught. Preach. The person dating me would deserve to know. And find someone better. If I was caught lacking, I was caught lacking. Well, we agreed on one of the questions. Nice friendship building. 2:32 a.m. Okay, I'm guessing you put the K in knocked out. Snoring away. Good night, Hanamaki. Thanks for the talk. 12:19 p.m. I do not snore. Bet you do. Nah. Aha. Probably sound like a freight train. I don't. And that's final. Now I shall swiftly change the topic before this continues. I was on Reddit this morning. r/virgin to be specific. And this one post. This 38-year-old man was just going off about how amazing the virgin life is and how he couldn't understand why people are so eager to lose it. Like he wrote a 2,000-word essay double-spaced in MLA format. I'm not judging him for being a middle-aged virgin, but he was writing like he was the chosen one. That sounds like me back in high school. Really? Yes, I know. Believe it or not, I was once a virgin. I meant the whole virginity rocks to an extreme spiel. That too. From when I first started high school up until I stopped being a widow in my freshman year of university. I was the proudest virgin you'd ever meet. Like I wore it on my sleeve. I'd give sermons about how great virginity was at parties because I seriously thought it was that cool. As you can imagine, I had like no friends. Now I'd talk so much shit behind your back. I would too. And I was such a phony. What do you mean? My sex drive was just as high as most people. I just didn't act like it'll mayo. But why? I don't know, I guess I thought virginity kinks were widespread or something. Like I thought me being a virgin would just open up consenting pussies and harden eager dicks at my very presence. LMFAO, you were so weird. Hold up. Suggested. Hanamaki has sent an attachment. Pussy and dick. Stranger Danger has sent an attachment. I'm B. No way, me too. Oh. Bisexuals in solidarity. Yes. Okay, back to my virgin pride. So eventually I had the opportunity to get sucked off by a guy at some party. Mind you, my dick had never been touched like that before. Not even by me. Not even by you. Like you never jacked off? Nah. Anyway. I was tipsy enough to agree to get blowed. And like. Bro, I ascended. In that moment I saw God, and I know he was not happy, but man, I saw a glimpse into heaven that night. And how long did the glimpse last? Literally 15 seconds. Sobbing Hanamaki. I nut so hard I'm surprised it didn't just shoot through the dude's throat and kill him as if I sniped the guy. Keyboard smash. That is so funny, wow. Alright, because of your bravery, I must confess. Stranger Danger being ready to get violent. Hanamaki not wanting that. I'm a virgin. And I try to avoid talks about sex and stuff because people want to act some type of way when I say I'm a virgin. They either poke fun at me because my dick is untouched in its mid-20s, or they make a face that's in between. I'm judging the shit out of you and I pity you. But like. Sex has never really been a big thing for me. Pretty sure I'm demi or something. I only tell close friends that though because it's only about 70% sureness. And yet I'm telling all this to a stranger anyway. Whoever makes fun of you for being a virgin is an asshole. A lot of people make way too big of a deal out of the whole sex thing. Me a couple years ago is exhibit A of that. Also, your asexuality is fine and valid as fuck, my guy. Or, stranger. Now, let's not get too sappy. I got to go get ready for work now. I'm gonna make some cash and take you out somewhere nice. Where? With the wage I have? Buckle up for some McDonald's. I'll pass. Or darn. Well. Talk to you later, Hanamaki. Bye bye, stranger. 6:24 p.m. Honey, I'm home. Welcome home, sweetie. How was work? Tiring. Boring. But money making. At this rate I'll be able to upgrade you from McDonald's to KFC. Wow. So. What you doing? I'm at my friend's house. They are picking up food, so I'm just waiting. Might these friends be Iwaizumi and Oikoa? Suggested. Hanamaki has sent an attachment. Are you like, stalking me? Nah. Just more of a Sherlock Holmes than you. It was just a lucky guess. You ain't Holmes, you his little sidekick. Damn. Well, if it makes me your sidekick, I'm alright with that. Damn, you stay Trina caught me. I deadass don't know why I'm acting like this. I don't talk like this with other people, I swear. Something must have ignited in me when you called me daddy the other night, I don't know. Daddy kink? Didn't think so before, but you got me reconsidering. PFFT. What are you giggling at? Oikoa stood in the open doorway with 2 boxes of pizza and a curious look on his face. Iwaizumi right behind him with a box of fried chicken. Nunya. What's that? Oikoa. None your business. Oikoa blinked with contemplation, then his face scrunched up in annoyance. With a huff, he kicked off his shoes before dropping the boxes of pizza onto the couch next to Hanamaki. And, why pizza? I just started my diet today. Well, a cheat day wouldn't hurt. With his hands now free, Okoye began to tug at Hanamiki's short hair. Oh, what the hell? None your business? You think you're clever, Maki? Let go of my hair, you heathen. Alright, that's enough. Iwaizumi ground his knuckles into the top of Okoye's head, eliciting a cry from Okoye and a sigh of relief from Hanamiki as his hair strands were released. Anyway, if you must know, I was texting someone. Really? Someone that isn't one of us? Yeah? Is that really so hard to believe? Maki, we're your only friends. Harsh much? Baby, you can't just say that. You didn't let me finish. Maki, we're your only friends that you really go out of your way to talk to and hang out with, like you have school friends just for school and jogging friends just for jogging and techie friends just for. Please don't make tech a verb. Oh Iwa-chan, you're no fun. My point is, you don't just, well, text people. Iwaizumi hummed thoughtfully, staring hard at Hanamiki. Maybe he's finally trying to get a little closer to them? Okoye's eyes were right on Hanamiki as well, as though his very irises had the ability to extract and dissect thoughts straight from Hanamiki's brain. I think he made a new friend. Hanamiki felt himself flush at Okoye's intuitiveness. He turned his head quickly, though not before catching a glimpse of Okoye's triumphant smirk. So I'm right. Hanamiki heard Okoye push the pizza boxes aside, then felt the couch dip as Okoye sat beside him. Well, spill. Tell me about them. Well. Hanamiki turned slowly to find Okoye and Iwaizumi staring at him expectantly. Remember when we went to the diner 2 nights ago? And Iwaizumi gave me his work phone number? Okoye went rigid for a few moments before slumping against the couch. I'd rather not remember. Iwaizumi glared down at Okoye from his standing position next to the couch. Same here. I got so sick in the bathroom that they just closed the restaurant for the night. Don't drink so much liquor if you can't hold it down. Okoye lifted his head to look up at Iwaizumi. Once I get started, it's impossible to stop. You know how it is, Haji Bear. Iwaizumi blushed. Oika, don't call me that in front of Hanamiki. Hanamiki winced at the disgustingly affectionate nicknames and cleared his throat. Ahem. Okoye and Iwaizumi turned their heads to look at Hanamiki. Attention. On me. Thanks. As I was saying, while Okoye was busy being a dramatic drunk per usual and falling all over his precious Iwa-chan. Hey. He must have misclicked while he was typing, because when I messaged the number, it was a complete stranger. I was wondering why you hadn't bugged me on my work phone yet. Guess dealing with Okoye puking all over the bathroom was worth it. I'm going to ignore that. Anyway, I've been texting this person here and there since Wednesday night. Ooh. Quirky, modern, mysterious, I like it. Baby, this is real life, not that wrong number drama we binged last week. This could be dangerous. I've read articles about the wrong numbers people text being scammers in disguise. Slivers of amusing conversation concerning the stranger's virginity escapades floated through Hanamiki's mind. Well, if they are a scammer, they are pretty good at getting you interested enough to stick around. Iwaizumi shook his head with a sigh while Okoye giggled. Don't say I didn't warn you. Okoye, back me up here. Well, Iwa-chan might be no fun. Thank you. But, he's also right. Just be careful and don't give this person unnecessary info about yourself. However, Okoye smiled mischievously and leaned in close to Hanamiki's ear. Hanamiki shivered slightly at the way Okoye's breath tickled his ear as he spoke. The words closed out from the rest of the world but them too. I still think this could turn out to be a fun first romance for you. Okoye leaned back, the smile on his face only widening as Hanamiki blushed a deep red. But that may just be because the wrong number drama I watched with Iwa-chan got cancelled 2 episodes before the finale. So you want to see some happily ever after vicariously through me? You don't want it for yourself. You're blushing. Hanamiki felt himself blush harder, if such a thing were even possible. I'm not blushing because I want some romance, it's because even talking about something like that makes me feel silly. Okoye laughed, Iwaizumi trying to fight a smirk while he picked up the pizza boxes from the couch. I know you better than that, Maki, it's just fun to see you all embarrassed. Asshole. Just don't be an idiot about this whole thing, Hanamiki. Hanamiki waved his hand dismissively, the blush slowly subsiding. I won't. Can we eat now? Yeah, let's eat. And with that, the previous conversation vaporized into thin air, the 3 of them digging into their food and simply enjoying their time together. Messages with stranger danger. Friday. 9:01 a.m. Morning. 9:06 a.m. Good morning Hanamiki. Wow, second time since we started talking 2 weeks ago that you texted first. Wasn't the first time when I texted your number to begin with. Yup. PFFT. It's just, I was thinking. The stranger being all ears. My friends think you might be a scammer. They're not wrong. I could be. I think you seem pretty legit. But I want to be sure. So. Could we do you want to reveal our identities or something? Please you make it sound like we're superheroes. But yes exactly that. Well. I like being an enigma. But I can understand. Okay so. Hanamiki ready for the mystery man to reveal himself. My name is Matsukoya Issei. I'm going to have to stop you right there. I can't call you Matsukoya. Question mark. Why? Reminds me too much of my friend's name. Okoye. I'll call you Matson. Not sure how you came up with that but fine by me. Anyhow. I'm a guy. Pretty sure that's been established. I'm 25. I currently work in fundraising for this local startup, and man are they using me like a fleshlight over there. What I really want to do is become an hour specialist. I'm a bit of a social recluse and I prefer cats over people. Do you have a cat? Hell yeah, wanna see her? Do I? Stranger danger has sent an attachment. Or, she's so pretty. She really is. Well, all that's missing from my identity reveal is my credit card info and a face. But that's all I'll give. For now at least. Your turn. Okay, well, you already know my name is Hanamaki. Family name? Yeah. Got a given name? Not handing that out until I'm sure you're not a scammer. Alright. I'm also 25. Confirming that I am also a guy. I have 2 sisters and they are one of the first things I talk about when I introduce myself because even though I'd never tell them I love them so much and growing up with them is very much so responsible for the way I am. Bro. That's so sweet. Shh. Don't interrupt. But you also. Never mind. Continue. Thank you. I like going on morning jogs and starting off diet strong then ending them in a tub of ice cream. I also really like to read and started my university's book club. I'm now working towards a master's in biomedical engineering. I want to become a manufacturing engineer. I'm a pretty social person, but I only have like 2 super close friends. Iwaizumi and Oikoa. That's them. Knew them since high school through volleyball. Oh, really? Yee. I played volleyball in middle and high school. Those 2 continued in university, and Oikoa's going pro, but I'm not skilled enough or in love with it enough for all that. I see. Do I get a face reveal? If you can't get a full name reveal, what makes you think I'm showing my face? Sigh. I'll go first then. Stranger danger has sent an attachment. Stranger danger has sent an attachment. Pleasantly surprised Hanamaki. No eyebrows? I've got lots to spare. Keyboard smash. Nah. This can't be you. What the fuck, why? It just can't be. Big brow underscore icy. That's my Instagram. Nah. It could just be some random person's Insta. The second picture I sent you isn't on that Instagram though. Maybe you're pretending to be one of your friends. Or a cousin. Or nephew. Or something. My guy, are you Neil Armstrong because you're reaching for the stars? Why can't you believe it? I don't look like a model or anything. Okay, but you're actually really handsome and I'd feel silly sending photos of my raggedy ass. First off, thank you for the compliment. Secondly, you've got a nice personality, so your face should match. HRM. Incoming FaceTime call from hot stranger. Hanamaki gasped in surprise, dropping his phone on his face. He picked it up quickly and scrambled to sit upright in his bed. He watched the phone ring for another second or 2 as he took in a deep breath. With a shaky finger, he accepted the call, making sure that his camera was turned off. Well, hello, I hate when people do that. I have my apparently handsome face on full display, and I can't even see you. Matson? That was all Hanamaki could utter as he looked at the man on his phone screen. He really was the guy in the photos. He had thick, dark, chocolatey eyebrows and short, messy hair of the same hue, his eyes half-lidded and his lips thin in a small, unamused frown. And his voice, it was more pleasant than Hanamaki could have imagined. It was a rich, welcoming baritone that overflowed from his phone speakers. It was too much for Hanamaki. He suddenly felt extremely self-conscious. No way was he going to let this guy see him. With his finger itching to end the call, Matsukoa spoke up again. You know I can hear your heavy breathing, right? You good man? I can see that you're uncomfortable, so I won't drag this out too long. I just wanted you to see that I'm actually who I say I am. But what if I'm some 50-something-year-old creep? Well, you're not, your voice gives it away. I also called because I was hoping to see you. I'm ugly. I want to be the judge of that. Hanamaki closed his eyes and rested his forehead against his phone screen with a huff. You might not think I'm ugly, but I do, and that's enough. I appreciate your transparency, but I'm just too insecure to show myself. Maybe another time. Sorry. As Hanamaki lifted his head from his phone, he saw Matsukoa's expression transform from disappointment to happy bewilderment. No need to be sorry. Nice to see you, Maki roll. Hanamaki tilted his head in confusion before realizing he could see himself in the corner of his phone screen. He let out a yell, fumbling to turn off his camera. Ha ha ha. I didn't mean to turn on my camera. My big ass forehead did that. Well, a deity granted me my wish today. This is embarrassing. Bro, you're good looking. And your hair color is really cool. It's like brown but also pinkish. Hanamaki muttered a thank you while Matsukoa laughed. The face you made when you realized your camera was on. Oh, man, I wish I could have taken the screenshot. Please shut up. And, Maki roll? What's with the nickname? Well, you're calling me Matson. Thought I should have a nickname for you, too. Why no? Makes sense. Also, how the fuck is your face so clear? Genes and healthy eating, to be honest. Man, I have enough facial products in my medicine cabinet to open up a drugstore and I still get pimples regularly. PFFT. Okay, I already said I wouldn't drag this out, so I'll be going now. Thanks for the unintentional face reveal, Maki roll. Yeah, I'm sure. And thanks for, showing yourself. Matsukoa laughed again. Man, you are so awkward. Alright, well, talk to you again sometime. Yeah. Matsukoa waved to the camera with a grin, and Hanamaki waved back, forgetting that his camera was off. Feeling idiotic, he quickly ended the call, pressing some buttons to call someone else. After a few seconds, the person picked up. Hello? I just FaceTimed with the wrong number person. Hi Oikoa, how are you? I'm doing great, thanks Maki. It was so kind of you to ask me. None of that? No. When Hanamaki didn't respond, Oikoa groaned indignantly. You have no manners. says you. True. So, you two FaceTimed? How was it? He's as chill as he is over text. And he looks nice. Like, really nice. Have a pic? Yeah, one sec. Actually, just check out his Instagram. It's bigbrow_icy. Hanamaki sat silently as he waited for Oikawa to pull up Matsuko's Instagram page. He heard from the other line telling him that Oikawa had found it. He's kinda handsome. He takes some damn good photos, that's for sure. Did you show him your face? Yeah. Really? I'm surprised. MHM. ... What aren't you telling me? ... I accidentally turned on my camera while my forehead was on my phone screen. A beat of silence passed between them before Oikawa all but howled in laughter. You gotta be careful with that megamind forehead of yours, Maki. Oh, shut up. So, thinking about kickstarting that whirlwind romance now that you've seen, and liked, this guy's face? Though that idea is enchanting, I'm going to have to say no. I still want to talk to him more though, he's pretty fun. And he matches my energy. I'm seriously expecting this somewhat friendship to be short-lived, though. Harmless fun. And Hanamaki was telling the truth. He'd had a grand total of 4 conversations with the mystery person behind the wrong number. He wasn't trying to strike up a romance and Oikawa knew that he wouldn't. He just liked to poke fun at Hanamaki. But it wasn't as though Hanamaki was desperate or anything. Even if this text exchange continued for months, he still likely wouldn't consider it. Sure, he'd had a bunch of romantic crushes. But he couldn't find himself falling for someone through only digitized letters and silly photos. It simply wasn't in his nature. He couldn't have been more wrong. Really, it's embarrassing how wrong he was. Really, it was ridiculous. After weeks of messaging back and forth, nearly every day, it became those digitized letters that Hanamaki once didn't value so much strung together to form words he held onto like a prophecy. Each joke and snarky comment and flirtatious text more affecting than the last. They'd FaceTimed a couple times, too, each call bringing Hanamaki a little bit more out of his shell until he was laid bare. And in the midst of stupid memes and fruitless conversations, there was a connection that fostered affection within Hanamaki. It was the type of affection that was a little more than friendly. He hadn't expected it, but there it was. A crush. He told this all to Oikawa while they were at the bookstore one afternoon. Now this I really didn't expect. Neither did I. Do you want to confess? Yes and no. This is a choose one answer type of question, not all that apply. Hanamaki scavenged the shelves of books, picking the one he was looking for off of a shelf and flipping through it. I want to confess and get it out the way because I know it'll come out of me eventually. And I usually don't get over crushes until I get rejected or they start dating someone or something. But I also don't want to confess because I don't want to get rejected. Like I've always been rejected, and even though I'm used to it at this point, it still hurts like hell every time. Man, why does no place have this book in hard copy? Hanamaki set the book back on the shelf as Oikawa deliberated. You've told me about your conversations before. You guys send memes to each other, right? Oh, yeah, that's a staple in nearly every conversation I have with Matsun. Matsun? I thought his name was Matsukoa. Oh, I call him Matsun instead because Matsukoa reminds me too much of your name. Does he have a nickname for you? Yeah, he calls me Maki Roll. Maki. Take it from me, once you've got nicknames for each other, you're done for. You should confess. I'm assuming you have an idea as to how? Of course. Use memes and stuff. You won't have to use your own words, so you'll feel more comfortable. And it's very you. And, if he's not into you, you can just play it off easily, so hopefully it would hurt less. Maybe. I'll try that tonight. Tell me how it goes. Text messages with Hot Stranger. Thursday. 8:17 p.m. Maki Roll has sent an attachment. Hot Stranger has sent an attachment. Maki Roll has sent an attachment. Maki Roll has sent an attachment. Hot Stranger has sent an attachment. Hot Stranger has sent an attachment. Maki Roll has sent an attachment. Hot Stranger has sent an attachment. Maki Roll has sent an attachment. Hot Stranger has sent an attachment. Hot Stranger has sent an attachment. Maki Roll has sent an attachment. Hot Stranger has sent an attachment. Maki Roll has sent an attachment. Hanamaki held his phone back from his face as Oikawa's laugh erupted through the speakers. Oh, man, I didn't expect the confession to fail like that. Neither did I. All you had to do was steer the conversation back to your confession. It wasn't even a conversation. And, I got nervous, okay. Maki, what am I to do with you? Oh wait, Iwa-chan is calling, lem answer him right quick to say I'm on a call with you. It's fine, I should start heading out anyways to pick up the food I ordered. Alright. Don't sweat the confession too much, you've got lots of time and lots of chances. We'll talk about this later, okay? Okay. Thanks Oikawa. Bye Maki. Talk to you later. Hanamaki hung up and sighed deeply, rubbing his hands over his face as if to massage away his frustrations. He was exhausted from his classes and truly didn't want to do anything but sleep, but his growling stomach and empty fridge told him he needed to go out for some food. He let a few minutes pass before he dragged himself out of bed, put on some shoes, and walked out the front door to his car. Thankfully, the restaurant he was headed to wasn't too far of a drive. It was a nice burger place that one of Iwaizumi's classmates had told him about in their first year of university. Since then, he, Iwaizumi, and Oikawa had been regulars. The atmosphere was friendly and warm, the workers were kind, and, most importantly, they had the best burgers around. After about 15 minutes, Hanamaki was stepping out of his parked car and shutting the door behind him, shivering slightly at the cold evening air. He squinted at the neon lights on display in front of the restaurant before he walked up to it and went inside, his body relaxing as the warmth and smell of burgers enveloped him. There was a pair of men waiting before him in line. One of them was a guy with tanned skin that was a bit shorter than Hanamaki, his hair short and golden save for 2 brown stripes. His head was turned to the side to look up at the trophies glorifying the walls of the restaurant, allowing Hanamaki to see his cold, hard expression and what could have been eyeliner around his eyes. The man he was with let out a chuckle as he watched his friend survey the trophies, and Hanamaki's heart skipped a beat. He knew that laugh. He'd heard it countless times over FaceTime calls these past few weeks, heard it hundreds of times on Instagram stories. When the man responded, it was with a voice that could make Hanamaki smile instantly over a call. The voice that came through his phone speakers through voice memos when typing it all out is just too much. Hanamaki hadn't really looked at the guy when he walked in, hadn't noticed the familiar, messy brown hair and the cool, unbothered stature he had seen in photos. He hadn't noticed the hunter green turtleneck that he'd shown him over FaceTime just a week before, nor did he notice the dress shoes he'd shared that his mother bought him for work. Hanamaki hadn't noticed any of it before, and now that he had, his mind was in a state of frenzy. Like what you see, Kayatani-kun? I guess, this place seems pretty esteemed. Yeah, their burgers are top-notch. Dunno if I should believe you, you like a lot of food, so I feel like your standards are kinda low. Heh, guess that's true. You'll believe it when you see it then. Hanamaki just stood there, his mouth agape like a fool as he watched the two talk. He was just about ready to sprint out of the restaurant, but a little voice inside his head glued him there. Hanamaki sucked in a breath, then released it slowly through his nose before he cleared his throat to speak. Matsun? Matsukoa stopped speaking and spun around to face Hanamaki. His eyes grew wide, and his mouth formed a small O at the sight of Hanamaki. Holy shit. Is that really you? Who is this? Hanamaki's eyes reluctantly drifted from Matsukoa's gaze to look at his perplexed friend. Oh, Kayatani-kun, this is the friend I told you about, Hanamaki. Maki roll, this is my colleague from work, Kayatani Kentarao. Hanamaki and Kayatani nodded to each other while Matsukoa bounced lightly on his feet. Kayatani-kun, mind picking up the food? I'll pay you back, don't worry, I just need to talk to Hanamaki. The word that Matsukoa had used, need. Hanamaki replayed the word over and over in his head until he had stepped fully outside with Matsukoa, and he knew his cheeks were flushed. Fancy meeting you here, stranger. Yeah, fancy, indeed. Real shocking. Hey, not too shocking I guess, since our phone numbers have the same area code. Oh, right. Matsukoa snickered. Seriously? You want to say that your friend's like an erect dick when you're being stiff as hell right now? You remember that? I remember all of our conversations. Hanamaki felt himself blush deeper, and he could only hope that Matsukoa couldn't tell with the neon lights. Are you blushing from the cold, or am I flustering you? Gosh, you really are awkward. What happened to that personality you gave me over text and call? It was a facade. Oh, Simon. I guess you just need to warm up to me in real life. Yeah. You know, it's good that we met unexpectedly like this. I don't think I would have found the courage to ask you out. You want to go out? That's what I was suggesting, yes. Do you mind if I bring a friend? You can bring one, too, so it's less weird. It's just that, well, you can tell, I'm so awkward with you, which is weird because I'm usually not and we've talked for a while, but if I'm in a group with someone I'm really comfortable with. No. Huh? Just us two. Like. A date. Hanamaki was sure that his cheeks were as red as the stoplight across the street. His words came out sputtered and choked. You want to go out on a date? You're into me? Yeah? Huh, I thought I made myself pretty obvious. Maybe you were and I didn't notice. I was probably too busy wondering if I was being obvious about how I was into you. Matsukoa gave Hanamaki a toothy grin. You like me? Yeah. That's really great, Maki roll. Because. Matsukoa stepped closer to Hanamaki, and Hanamaki had to look up to maintain eye contact. I like you, too. And I'd very much so like to date you and learn more about you. Hanamaki covered his burning cheeks with his hands and darted his eyes away in embarrassment. Ugh, this is so weird and overwhelming. No one's ever liked me before. Hey, look at me, Maki roll. Hanamaki felt Matsukoa's hands take hold of his, pulling them down with a tug. Hanamaki allowed his hands to be removed from his face and turned his eyes back to Matsukoa. Matsukoa had a small smile on his face, excitement brewing within his eyes. It's hard to believe that not one person has ever liked you, but if that's true, it's an honor to be the first. Hanamaki smiled bashfully. You're such a dork. And it's charming you. I guess you're right. Before Hanamaki realized it, he was tilting his head up and planting a kiss on Matsukoa's cheek. Matsukoa's cheeks were tinged pink, and when Hanamaki realized what he had done, his entire face went red. And then he ran for his car. He genuinely bolted, not even bothering to say anything more or pick up his burgers. He got in and, with a quick glance to Matsukoa waving at him through his car mirror, drove off into the night. The tingly feeling on his lips and the butterflies in his chest wouldn't cease, nor did he think he wanted them to. Text messages with hot stranger. Sunday. 9:17 p.m. Hey pretty boy. Read 9:25 p.m. Hot stranger has sent an attachment. Simon Maki roll. I am shame. Hot stranger has sent an attachment. You ran away from me like Usain Bolt back there. Shut up. I can't believe I kissed your cheek, holy shit. Was that okay? Yeah, it was. And you can do it more in the future for your information. Keyboard smash. Maki roll has sent an attachment. Hot stranger has sent an attachment. So, do you work tomorrow? Every day. But I always get off by 7. Cool. So, tomorrow I'm free in the evening in case you'd like to do something with me in the evening together in the evening. Crying Matsukura. I'd be delighted. Cool. Cool. Well, good night. Hot stranger has sent an attachment. So cute. Like you. Keyboard smash. Okay, enough of you, good night. Night. By the way, I'm really glad you texted the wrong number. Guess I am, too.